Hi, I'm Gabrielle Usatinsky, and this is your Power Couple Relationship Tip. So today we're going to continue our exploration of attachment styles and talk about secure attachment. First of all, I want to thank everybody who's reaching out to me about these videos. I really enjoy your comments and interacting with you. And I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Give it a like, and please do continue to leave your comments at the bottom. I'm always curious to hear about what you guys are thinking about. Secure attachment is, I guess you could say, what everybody wants to be. But really, we want to remember that this isn't a question of health or not health. It's really a question of security. So all of the attachment styles are different ways that children had to adapt in order to survive and thrive in their families of origin. It's easy to think, well, the secure style might be a better style because, you know, this person is available for intimacy and comfortable being in relationship and being on their own, and there's a lot of positives there. But the fact is, the other two attachment styles also have a lot of strengths. So as we've seen in the previous videos, avoidants have the strength of being go-getters who will, go out into the world and get that job or, close that deal or whatever. They can be very powerful professionally. Ambivalents also have a lot of strengths. They tend to be very caring, compassionate people. They make great therapists. They are very good at intuiting what other people are feeling. So all of the styles, whether secure or insecure, have tremendous strengths, tremendous benefits. And then with insecure styles, there tend to be ways that they struggle more than secures, that they're going to have to work harder at being successful in intimate relationship. But let's talk about the secure style. So as we talked about in our earlier videos, children need that direct, face-to-face, skin-to-skin contact with a parent every day, where somebody is attuning to them, following their needs, curious about them, getting inside their mind, and responding to them, and helping them grow in relationship to another person, because children can't grow on their own. They need another person in order to learn how to love themselves, how to depend on other people, how to develop their self-esteem. All of these things are things that we learn in relationship. So first somebody loves us, then we learn to love ourselves. First somebody supports us, nourishes us, then we learn to support and nourish ourselves. So in secure families, these types of behaviors are the name of the game. This is how parents operate, is they are sensitive, available, responsive, attuned to their children. That doesn't mean that they're 100% that way all the time, but they're that way enough of the time that the child builds a basic sense of trust in other people and a basic sense of security within themselves. Now, one of the interesting things about secures is that when you ask them about their childhood, they are going to have very specific, very fresh memories of interacting with their parents, for instance, that sound as though these things just happened yesterday. So their memory bank is replete with a tremendous amount of detail and a tremendous amount of joy. So they remember how their parents played with them, how they talked with them, how they read stories to them, or played games with them. Whatever it was, it's as though that stuff just happened. For that reason, they're able to go into intimate relationships as adults filled with confidence that they're going to be treated with love and respect. Securely attached people, and I'm referring to them as secures, in other words, to talk about them as a group, they come to intimate relationship as adults with a reservoir of great relationship skills that produce a wonderful relationship culture that make the relationship a great place to be. And so that includes things like they're very good at talking about what they need and what they want. They're extremely responsive to their partner. They love loving. They love to give to their partner. They get a lot of satisfaction out of relating. And when given the choice, they would rather relate to a partner than be alone. But they're also fine with being alone. So they're not one of these people who can't be alone. They're really okay with it, but they would much rather interact with another person. So as a couples therapist, it's actually pretty rare that I have securely attached people in my office because they don't tend to run into relationship problems the way insecurely attached people do. But the interesting thing about securely attached people is that what the research shows is that if you take a secure and you put them in relationship with somebody who has an insecure style, the secure style tends to override whatever insecurity that insecure partner might be bringing to the relationship. Secures are actually very good at establishing a sense of wellness and a sense of relaxation in relationship, even when they're in relationship with an insecure partner, because they're very good at understanding their partner, understanding their vulnerabilities, what they need in order to relax with them. And they're easy, meaning that they can work with somebody who needs a little more contact, somebody who needs a little more alone time. They have a level of flexibility and resiliency to themselves that allows them to kind of roll with their partner, which is why they pair so well with either an avoidant or an anxious ambivalent. Now, maybe you're wondering, well, you didn't have a great childhood and you know that you don't have a secure attachment style, and maybe your partner doesn't either. And maybe you're wondering, well, can we really make this work? And the good news is, and this is really important, that we know that it's actually possible to create a secure relationship, and we call that a secure base relationship, even if you and your partner come from insecure families or have an insecure attachment style. You can still come together and create a secure base relationship. So what that means is a relationship that's based on things like being available to each other, responsive to each other, sensitive, fair, and empathic to one another. What I do is I help couples of all attachment styles learn exactly how to do that. And that comes from actually getting clear with your partner about what kind of relationship the two of you really want to have. So based on what we know about secure attachment, we know exactly what the behaviors are that you and your partner need to be engaging in order for you to build a secure base. And this is exactly what the Power Couple formula is about. So if you'd like to learn the behaviors, the attitudes, the values, all of the great things that go into building a secure base relationship, you can go to thepowercoupleformula.com, where you can get all kinds of amazing ideas about how to create the relationship that you never had, a relationship that's based on security. So if you liked what you learned in this video today, please hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up. You can leave comments for me below, any questions you have about secure attachment, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.